here. I think this calls for a drink.
Don't you dare waste a drop of that. Give me that needle and thread. June, will you dip the water in there and rinse out the incision? All right. And then I'm going to pour some whiskey on here to kill off the germs. Whiskey and water, June. Whiskey and water's the key.
Well, I hate the taste of water.
Water's the best thing to purify the system, son. A person can't live on nothing but soda pop alone.
Well, I do.
You're not half bad with that needle, Doc.
I always thought sewing was kind of a female art.
Just like repairing a ripped-up old sofa.
Will you cut that for me, June? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you finished?
Thank God.
You did a fine job, Dr. Gray.
No, son? She did a fine job. Let's just hope he lives through it.
You're not half bad with that needle, Doc.
What do you know about that?
Mr. Collins, I beg of you, please, let me do an autopsy on Belva. Let me learn what I can from her.
It ain't right to cut on a dead person. I can't let you do it. She's suffered enough as it is.
All right. Let's get this man home. Mr. Collins, will you get his feet? Palmer, can you come prop him up in the middle?
Careful now.
Good Lord, I'm too old for this.
Now, don't jostle him.
Oh, good Lord, this blanket's a mess.
Jim, can you get my gun for me?
Shirley.
Watch your step. Watch your step, boy.
After my father died, I felt so angry and sad and confused that I sat down and I wrote a long letter to the powers that be. I wished for a doctor. I prayed for a healer. But I had no idea that the doctor I'd wished for was me.
The weather report is as follows.
First it got colder, but then it got warm.
The first sign of illness was fever.
I felt like my very soul was on a scavenger hunt to find God.
We're getting warmer and warmer and warmer and warmer.
Let's have a look at your eyes, Tiny.
Why?
Hold still and let's look.
You are the nicest individual.
Pupils are dilated.
Dilated. What does that mean? Is that good or bad?
I think you ought to lie down for a spell.
I don't have time to lie down. I have to take care of my brother.
Weather's fine. Junie's looking after him.
June's just a child. She can barely even look after herself.
We have to take care of you right now.
You're getting warmer and warmer.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
After the fever set in, the markings would blister.
I feel like I could crawl out of my own skin.
Tiny, we have to check your vitals.
No, thank you.
Tiny, I have other patients I need to see today. We have to examine you.
I just want to feel better. Don't you
Then
understand
we
that?
have to get this damn fever down.
I'll change. I can change. I can be a new person.
Tiny,
Whatever it is I'm doing, I'll change it. I swear.
I've made a salve for you,
I'll
Tiny.
change everything.
Tiny! Hush up and sit down right now.
I'm doing it. Right now. I'm sitting. I'm hushing. I'm healing. I'm changing. I'm going to be fine, ain't I? Ah! What in God's name are you doing to me?
It's just a salve, man.
Oh, it's burning.
Everything good for you has a price. Just hold still and let me work on it.
You missed a spot.
Thank you.
First Belva, then Tiny.
Then all across the countryside, people began to take ill.
What's happening to me?
Getting warmer
what to do for him, please.
Shameful things running through me like a river.
Did you fix the doctor like I asked?
Have you seen the doctor?
I want to be better.
She's been coughing up blood all night long.
I can't get any nourishment down him.
I mean to be healed.
She just can't stop coughing.
Forgive me.
Doctor, please.
Oh God, forgive me.
I don't know what to do for it.
Dr. Gray?
Doctor!
There's just so many
I
people.
just hate to see them in pain.
Doctor, I need you to come by the house right away.
My God, can't you do something to her?
You're getting more.
And warmer.
And warmer.
And warmer.
I'm sorry.
It was like as if the fever turned into a fire that consumed every soul in sight.
Dr. Gray told us to burn everything the sickness had ever had part in.
The weather grew colder. Darkness grew longer. Fires were burning throughout the county.
Fires and fever is all I recall.
But into the midst of this illness,
And the marks upon us, as if like the marks upon Cain.
a life came upon us. A child is born.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Perfect young baby.
That's my little sister we're talking about.
A baby was born on a night whose stars jeweled the sky. You just wanted to reach up with both hands and take them home with you. She was born on the night that I died.
Rebecca, are you all right?
I'm just fine.
What about the baby?
She's beautiful, Galen. She's just perfect.
Is she all right?
She's not marked. That's what you mean.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
She looks just like her pa.
Every newborn looks like a constipated Eskimo to me. What are you going to name her?
You take her.
Becky, no.
Galen, I'm marked. I couldn't keep this child even if I wanted to. Which I think I do. I just can't. Galen, you know that as well as I do. Now just take her, please.
Rebecca, no.
I can't bear to fall in love with her any more than I already have. I want you to take her and take Judy and leave.
You want me to take both of your children?
Cross the river and never look back.
No, ma'am, I'm not going to do that.
I don't want my children to die.
Well, I'm not going to let you stay here alone and die. Alone.
What good can you stay in here possibly do? Except to sacrifice that little baby in June. You don't know the cause. You don't know the cure. You don't know anything.
For the first time in my life, I know that I am a doctor. And any blind man can see my feelings for you.
You think I don't want you to stay? Because you think I'm not terrified?
I'm going to give her to Junie. I'm going to stay here with you.
You will do no such thing.
Junie! Hey, June!
Hey, for Pete's sake, Doc, she's just born because she's hungry. Just give her a bottle, that's all she wants.
Why don't you give her the bottle?
There you go. Stop your fussing. That's a good girl. That's a baby.
You know what I think?
No, but I bet you're gonna tell me.
I think she's taken a shine to you.
I think she's got her pa's eyes. Don't get me wrong, she's prettier than him.
Thank the Lord.
But it's just like he's staring right back at me, Mama.
And so in the fullness of time, June and her family walked down to the water's edge.
As those of us left on the good ground of Sheraton County gathered together that evening to bury our dead.
Those who were marked and those who were unmarked did part from each other.
Hello, Homer.
Evening, Miss Becky. Doc.
Homer.
Well, good golly, is that the new baby?
Ain't she the prettiest thing you've ever laid eyes on?
No.
Hush.
So, what's her name anyway?
I reckon I'll just call her sister.
Hey, little sister.
You three take care now.
All right to you, Mama. I miss you already.
I miss you too, baby. Now go on. Get out of here before I start crying.
I ain't never been anywhere else. What's it like out there?
You'll navigate.
You're not coming with us, take it?
No, son, I mean to stay here.
I'm not saying goodbye to you.
Good. Because I'm not saying goodbye to you either.
Dr. Gray,
Dr. Muldoon, we'll meet again soon.
I ain't never been in a boat before neither.
Just mind your balance. You're gonna do fine.
what in the world do you have in there, Homer?
Soda pop? Want one?
Homer.
Well, I figure I'm best off to be prepared, Doc.
Here, you mind the baby. I'll do the honors.
You want me to hold her?
Get used to it, Homer.
Hello there.
Goodbye now.
Bye.
Mama, Mama.
When she's old enough to understand. You tell little sister I love you both. Now go on, June. You have to be strong now. Don't you ever look back.
The river was as bright as a promise that night.
And so with the bright stars of evening to serve as their guide, they cast themselves onto the water and traveled off into the world.
Ashes to ashes,
Ashes to ashes.
and dust unto dust.
Dust unto dust.
Sir?
Maybe it's water.
Well, Doc, it is a river.
He doesn't drink the water. I boil my water. June does everything that I do.
She has since you got here.
It's the simplest thing in the world. Water.
Junie,
What, Homer?
now you heard what your mother said. Don't look back.
But I want to remember.
I know. It'll just make you miss it all the more.
Don't tell me you're homesick already.
Well, I never knew a man could miss dirt so much, but I miss my farm, Junie. I really do. I miss my dirt.
I am a baby and I'm a virgin.
Well, didn't that happen to somebody else one time? Junie,
What?
Homer.
what do you reckon we might find out here?
The rest of the world, I'd imagine.
Well, it can't be as pretty as Gray, Indiana.
June could not bear to look back on the pain or the beauty of her childhood again. But she never wanted to forget. So at this very moment, under these very stars, on this very river, she began to compose a story in her mind that she'd tell her little sister someday. So she'd understand that we all come from loss and love. And her story ended and began like this. Once upon a time, there was a girl who looked remarkably like me.
Love is a jewel while it is new, but when it's old, it grows so cold and fades away like morning dew. The water is wide, I cannot cross o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that will carry two, and both shall row, my love and I.
June lost her pa. Rebecca was widowed. And we lost a good friend and neighbor.
Man could not grow anything. His alfalfa would come up so pretty. Men would stand in front of his fields and weep. Man could not grow anything.
Judy lost her father. Rebecca was widowed. And we lost a good neighbor and friend.
There was not a man that thing could not grow. His alfalfa would come up so pretty, men would stand in front of his fields and weep. There was not a man that thing could not grow.
All right, then. Have it your way. What are you doing?
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, with the gold in your mouth, hat turned sideways, pants hit the ground. Call yourself a cool cat, looking like a fool, walking downtown with your pants on the ground. Get it up. Hey, get your pants